Hello, hello! Welcome to the themoannaadams podcast. I'm your host, Moana, a 15-year-old with a ton to say about mental health, wellness, self-love, and a whole lot more. So let's get into it. Hello, hello! Welcome to episode 31, Sweet 16. I just turned 16 literally yesterday. I'm putting this episode out on June 5th. I'm recording it on June 5th because my birthday is on the 4th. And yeah, I'm really excited. We're talking about the lessons I've learned in 16 years. First, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for all the birthday love and just like everyone in my life who, always supports me and makes sure that I feel loved and wish me a happy birthday. I'm just really grateful for all those people, and I'm so grateful for all the people in my life, and I love them all so much, and they make me feel really loved, and I really do appreciate them and am grateful that I have them. And my currently loving is my new AirPods. My dad got me AirPods for my birthday. I don't know which ones they are. They're like the big, thick, rounder ones, but they don't have the squishy part on them. They're the just hard part because I don't like the squishy things. And I love them. If you know me, you know my AirPods and I are best friends. My old ones, I took them everywhere, and then they broke back in January. And I'm constantly listening to music, and there is always something playing in my ears. And so I'm really, really excited to have new ones, and they've been in my ears. I've been listening to music all day, Lana Del Rey, and Billie Eilish is what I've been listening to all day, but my ears actually hurt from them being in there all day. But I'm so excited to have them because I literally always have something playing. Even if it's not music, I'm listening to a podcast or a TV show, like whatever I do when I'm working or doing school or outside or climbing, which I'm really excited because now I can take them with me to the gym. I've not been able to because my other AirPods have been broken, and so I've been using basic string earbuds, and I'm really excited to just have those, and I love them so much. I'm super excited. So, today we're talking about the 16 things I've learned, or 16 lessons I've learned in the last 16 years. I'm still learning these things, and I'm still working on them, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit in each one. But this is just what we do in the podcast world, I guess. I was looking at other podcasters and what they did for their birthday and if they did anything special, and looking at the people that I follow for inspiration. And this episode is what everybody does every year for their birthday. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it, So let's get into it. The first one is something that I learned a really long time ago, and it's that family isn't defined by blood. I am part of a blended family, and my parents are also, I guess all three of them technically are part of a blended family. Yeah. And so, I know and have known, and I learned that blood does not define your family. It's the love and the caring for each other what does. My stepmom and I've known her since I was 4 years old, and, we're best friends, and I love her a lot, and her family is very blended, and they're all pretty close, and, I just have seen it, and I understand, and I'm really, really grateful that I know this now, that, it doesn't matter who you're blood related to, it matters who you spend your time with, and who you really care about and love. And yeah, so that's the first one. Second one is something that my parents started teaching me when I was really little, and definitely our trip last year contributed to me feeling this and understanding this, but experiences are greater than material things, and they're worth 1,000 times more. I spent all last year with, we didn't have that many things, but we were constantly having new experiences, and they are worth so much more, I promise you. We're going to talk about experiences a little bit more in a little bit, but experiences are greater than material things. I promise when you get rid of stuff and you start going on trips, my family has always done for Christmas or birthdays, we usually do experiences. We don't usually do big gifts. And, especially with my mom and my brother and I, we always go on a trip for Christmas instead of, getting big gifts. And so those memories are worth way more than the physical things that you'll get tired of in 2 weeks. Number 3 is find your people and hold on to them. My best friend and I actually realized this today. I just turned 16, and we've been friends since I was 6. So we've been best friends for 10 years now. And, I feel like a lot of people, especially my age, have a very high, I say a high friend turnover, which means their friends are constantly changing. They're constantly, friends with different people, and they have friend breakups all the time. And I don't. It's very rare for me, actually. I've never had a really awful friend breakup. I've had people that I've drifted away from, but, most of the people that I'm friends with, I've been friends with for a long time. And I'm always excited to meet new people, but finding a person or a few people that you stick by with for a long time and you really trust them is really important. Number 4 is something that I don't really have to go into detail because I talk about it all the time, but love yourself first and put yourself first and focus on yourself. I'm just going to leave it at that because I'll talk about that all day. Number 5 is only you embarrass yourself. And I hope that, I don't know exactly how to make that sentence make sense, but this is something I learned, I think it was probably late middle school, early high school, but only you can embarrass yourself. So if something embarrassing happens to you, or if someone embarrasses you, you don't have to be embarrassed. You can just laugh about it and move on. If something embarrassing happens to you, tell the story to other people and laugh about it instead of, being embarrassed and shy about it. And, you have control over that, and you have control over your reaction and how you feel. And I rarely get embarrassed. I rarely do now, because when something embarrassing happens, I just laugh at myself, and I'm like, well, I'm human, it's fine. It's okay. So only you can embarrass yourself. Number 6, and some people are going to disagree with me on, well, not this one. But some people might disagree with me on this one. They definitely will on the next one. But everyone has the ability to grow. They just are choosing not to. Now, of course, certain circumstances can make it difficult for people to change and grow. But everyone has that option. You just have to make the choice to grow and to focus on yourself and work on yourself and put that energy into becoming your best self. Now, this one, people are probably going to disagree with me, but it's something my dad taught, and it's something that I'm still working on. And it's that if a problem can be solved by swiping a credit card or writing a check or paying money, it's not a problem, it's an expense. So, I have a lot of white clothes, actually, and I recently ruined a bunch of them in the washing machine. I don't know how it happened. It happened twice, and I was really upset about it. And my dad was like, it's okay, we can just buy more. And of course, not everyone has the money, but that doesn't make it a problem. It makes it an expense. You might have to save up the money to replace it or pay for it, but it's still not a problem. It's just an expense. Number 8, the world is a lot bigger than you realize. It really is. And coming from someone who's been to 48, has driven through 48 of the 50 U.S. states, it is huge, especially when you're out in the desert. That's definitely where I realized it. It's just infinite, and it's crazy how much space and how much land there is. It's insane. It's so much bigger than you realize, and when you really get out there, it makes you feel so small. Number 9 is that you really don't know anything. There is so much information out there and so much to learn that you don't know all that much. And nobody can learn everything in their lifetime, but don't always think that you're correct or always think that what you have learned is correct. And, you don't always have the full story. And so you just have to remember that there is so much more to learn and so much information, and you might not have the right information, and you might not have all the information. Number 10, people are also going to disagree with me on this one, but don't waste your time doing things you don't like. Yes, you have to make money, you have to have a job at some point, and you have to do annoying, boring things. You have to do chores, those kinds of things. But you do not have to spend time doing things you don't like doing, and don't waste time doing things you don't like doing. I'm going to give you an example. I am someone who is, especially for a teenager, excited about working and, making money and earning money and that kind of thing. And, I've had different options of different jobs that I could do for different people. And, I've turned down some at, I was 15, now I'm 16, but at 15 years old, turning down jobs because I didn't want to do them. I don't want to spend my time doing something that I hate when it's not worth it. It's not worth the money to do those things and spend that time being miserable, because I don't have all that long to be a teenager, and I want to spend my time and focus on making money from the things that I love and monetize the things that I love doing instead of spending time doing things that I hate. The next one is you're not doing too much. You're just not doing enough of what you love. So sometimes we're in a rut, or we are feeling exhausted because we're drained of energy because we're doing all these things. But the reality is you're not doing too much. You're not doing too many things. I mean, of course you might be, but for most people, you're not doing too much. You're just spending your time doing things you don't like instead of doing the things that you love. So by doing even small things that you enjoy doing daily, it is going to up your energy because you're happy and you're getting that, is it dopamine or serotonin? I don't remember which one it is. But you're getting those great, happy endorphins. It's endorphins, right? I don't know. I'm really tired, guys. I keep forgetting words. But you're spending too much time doing things you don't like I said in the last one, and you're not doing enough of what you love. And by doing those small little things each day, if you like painting, paint a small canvas a day, or once a week, or as often as you can. If you like hiking, if you love being outside, if you love singing, if you love listening to music, if you love watching movies and TV, do the things that you enjoy doing. Number 12 is build relationships with everyone. Now, I'm not saying be available to everyone, but build relationships and understanding between each other with everyone you meet. When I was in public school, I was very much the kind of person who I talked to everybody. And, that was really great on the, high school, middle school level, because whenever I was in a class, I always knew at least one person. But as you grow into adulthood, that's basically you're networking, and that's what's going to find you opportunities and jobs. And by building relationships with all these different people, and you're connected to all these people, that's going to give you more opportunities to do the things you love and make money from those things that you love. And, really build a relationship and learn about that person, have a genuine interest in them, learn about where they're from, their family, those kinds of things are really important. And then build deep relationships with the people that are really close to you. And just because you have a relationship with someone doesn't mean you have to constantly be available to them. Number 13, I have a whole episode on this, but it's a bad day, not a bad life. Simple as that. It's just a bad day. Your whole life doesn't suck. Number 14, I think I have an episode on this, but romanticize everything. It makes life so much more fun and better. Trust me. Romanticize the little things. Take videos, take photos, and play music. Have playlists that you love that go with certain events, and it just makes life so much more enjoyable. Number 15, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't make a change, nothing is going to change. If you keep doing the same thing every day, if you keep staying in the same environment, nothing's going to change. You're not going to grow. You're not going to become a better self if you don't make changes and you don't work on yourself. And if you keep sitting there on the couch every day, you're not going to, get stronger. You're not going to fix your mental health just by doing the same thing every single day. And then last one, number 16, don't let fear stop you from experiencing as many things as possible. My goal in life is to experience as many things as possible. That is my goal. When people ask me what I want to do, that's what I want to say. Sometimes I don't because, I don't want to start a whole conversation, but that is what I want. I want to experience as many things as possible. And I try not to let being scared of doing something get in the way of that because I might not have the opportunity to experience that thing again. I hope you enjoyed this quick little birthday episode. I know my voice probably doesn't sound the best and I probably sound all jumbled up, but I'm still getting over whatever was wrong with my throat last week and I'm tired, okay? But thank you for listening. Thank you for all the birthday love. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to give this podcast a rate and review, as well as follow me on all my socials linked in the show notes. Don't forget to drink some water, and I'll talk to you later.